High above in the meandyourmom.com blimp cam. High above in Old Tennessee, above Bristol Motor Speedway, with a packed digital crowd for Thunder at the Colosseum 100 at Bristol Motor Speedway. We got points and stats and my thoughts coming up next. Ladies and gentlemen, race fans, short track warriors, and drivers currently reviewing old replays to prove they were right 3 weeks ago, welcome to the Independent Sim Racing League Spring Summer Shootout powered by Alpha Reinforcing Services. Tonight, we arrive at Bristol Motor Speedway for race 9 of 10, the Thunder at the Colosseum 100, sponsored by Rob Rossello. And folks, if the championship battle wasn't stressful enough already, somebody had the brilliant idea of bringing everyone to Bristol. For those unfamiliar with Bristol, it's essentially a concrete blender. You put race cars in one end and emotional damage comes out the other. Now I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horse Poet, and I'm thrilled to be back on the call here tonight. Not because Bristol is easy to broadcast, quite the opposite. Bristol is a broadcasting equivalent of trying to narrate a bar fight while riding in a roller coaster. Things happen fast. Somebody is always mad, and every caution somehow creates 3 new storylines. Now, before we get into tonight's festivities, folks, let's talk about Old Atlanta, because somehow, at a race at one of the most tire-wearing tracks in America managed to completely rearrange this championship picture. Let's take a look at that now, shall we? Nathan Fuller storms back into contention with a huge run. Fortson Poston continues collecting wins like he's trying to unlock an achievement. Josh Cole has gone from championship favorite to suddenly looking over his shoulder. Andrew Sanford took a hit. Jeremy Eshelman keeps quietly climbing like nobody noticed. And Joseph Berg, the man has 2 wins and sits 11th in points. That is the racing equivalent of owning 2 Ferraris and living in a studio apartment. Meanwhile, at the very top, we have what might be the funniest championship battle I've ever seen. Francis Hamilton, 480 points, your points leader. 4 top 5, 0 wins. Jimmy Cocker, 463 points, second in points, 3 top 5s, 0 wins. These two have spent the entire season treating Victory Lane like it's protected by laser tripwires. Everybody else keeps winning races. These two just keep showing up every week like another solid day at the office. At this point, I fully expect Francis and Jimmy to settle the championship by respectfully exchanging spreadsheets. But here's the problem. Bristol doesn't care about consistency. Bristol doesn't care about your points lead. It doesn't care about your championship hopes. Bristol sees all of that and responds, that's cute. Because this place changes everything. You can spend 8 races building a championship caliber season and lose half of it in 4 seconds. The margins are tiny, the tempers are shorter, the walls are getting closer than your uncle after 3 beers at Thanksgiving. Tonight, somebody's championship dream gets stronger, somebody's championship dream catches fire, and somebody is absolutely going to leave this race saying, well, that's not how I saw that playing out. Meanwhile, the replay will show exactly how it played out. And that's why Bristol is special. It's honest, painfully honest. You cannot hide here. You can't coast here, and you definitely cannot make mistakes here, especially with only 2 races remaining after tonight. This is where contenders become favorites, and favorites become nervous. And nervous drivers start making decisions that broadcasters absolutely love. So whether you're joining us on Twitch or joining us over there on YouTube, or you're one of the drivers pretending not to watch while secretly having the stream open on a second monitor, thank you for joining us. The championship fight is tightening. The pressure is building. The walls are waiting. And Bristol is about to do what Bristol does best. Create absolute mayhem. Ladies and gentlemen, the Thunder at the Colosseum starts now. Let's go racing, shall we? Let's get qualifying going. We got a minute here to go. Looks like a minute 9 below me. Again, hopefully everybody at home having a great evening. Showing up, showing out. Seeing the chat here. Looks like got a few out there. Say hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But again, tonight, this is essentially it. You have Chicagoland next week. And that's a cap on the spring-summer shootout. It's gone quite fast. I mean, I know I picked it up, I think, around race 4, race 5, essentially. But right now, things are looking up. Things are looking bright. Again, the ISRL doing a fall season. They're going to get ready to premiere that. We got a video that we're going to drop here next week. So be on the lookout for that. But again, I think we have about 18 drivers tonight, so definitely a better field than I was imagining we were going to get earlier today. But like I said, it's race 9 of 10. These guys, and it goes to Jimmy and Francis. They show up every week. They may not win. Sometimes they get on the front. Sometimes they're in the top 5. But they're here every week. Some of these drivers who have won a couple races, maybe have missed a couple races. And again, only in a 10-race season, or a shootout they call it, here in the ISRL. That takes, missing a race is like, okay, that's all right. But missing 2, that's going to hurt. That's really going to hurt you. Missing 1, I think you can get away with. Missing 2, absolutely not. Qualifying, we're ready to flip it over. Flipping the switch. And getting ready for green flag action. Let's see what we got out here. See if we can find anybody cool. Anybody cool we can pick on. Oh, why not? Jonathan Militia in the 69. Do I not have my trading paints open? Oh, shit. I am a bastard. I do not have my trading paints open. So there's Jonathan Militia in his teal car. It's the only time I'm going to get to say he's going to be in his teal car. But let's give a listen how he's doing out there. Oh, there's changing. There we go. Got the San Francisco Giants game. Caught fire recently. Not the car, but the baseball team. First time for Militia's a 15.73. Jimmy Cocker on the pole with a 15.33. Militia out of turn 3 and 4. Let's see if he can have a better lap too. He does. 15.46. And that's good enough for 4th right now. Let's go out and see Steven Jr. in that 51. Again, you see Cocker, Acevedo, Stroney, Militia, and Sanford. See if Jr. can lay a lap down here. Lap number 1 for Steven Jr. is a 15.92. Oh, gets a little loose, hits the wall coming out of 2, and he's going to shut her down right there. Let's go out now to Forts and Poston, and that's Snickers number 41. And Fortson making a name for himself here over the ISRL. Come over from Gears and has put on a good showing early on. Looks like he's going to take the pole with a 15.25. That is very impressive. Let's take a look at Brody Falliker. And a driver who's very good. Oh, getting a little loose. And he's going to lose it. No bueno, amigo. And he's going to call it good as we're going to enter into the skies of the blimp cam. But there you have it there, right on the board. Fortson Poston, Jimmy Cocker, Francis Hamilton, Tristan Acevedo, Travis Stroney, Jonathan Militia, Chris Willis, Andrew Sanford, Nathan Fuller, and Rob Rossello Jr. Your top 10 for tonight's race. Again, they're going to do a 5-minute warm-up here while they get ready. Grab a beverage, grab a snack. I know you probably did before we sat down, but I would recommend it. Or skip forward if you're watching on the playback because you got 5 minutes to kill. So, again, qualifying looks like it's about over. We have 3 more. Brody, shut her down. Let's see if he goes back out. There's Henry Kalhoff and Skylar Comstock. But I don't think they are going to put down a lap. At least not at this point. Again, this summer shootout for the ISRL is sponsored by Alpha Reinforcing Services. Scan that QR code and see what they can do for you. Available in all 48. Give them a call. They might be able to help you out with any of your reinforcing needs. Again, I say that very nonchalantly, but Jeremy has solid business there, does good work. He might be able to help you out. Again, if he can't help you out, he might know somebody who can. Give him a shout. Again, warm up. As we head into the night. Thunder at the Colosseum 100. Let's see if we can talk to somebody. Fortune Posty, you got a copy. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Something's not working here. Give me a second. Discord doesn't like you. It never does. Hold on. Talk for me now. Can you do it?
Yes, sir.
There we go. On the pole here for tonight. Had a wicked fast time. You basically Peter Parked it up in the front. How are you feeling about tonight's race?
I feel really good. Hope we can stay up here all night. And hope it'll be a good race. I don't want it to be no caution fest like it has been in other leagues at Bristol. I just want it to be a good race, good, memorable one, a good one to watch back, you know?
Yeah, and it seems like so far everybody's kind of keeping their car underneath them. The only questionable I see so far, maybe the 42 of Brody Falliker, but who knows? Maybe they're just testing things. But best of luck to you tonight, man. Hopefully see you in Victory Lane.
Thank you, thank you.
You are welcome. See who else we can talk to. Let's talk to a good old friend of ours, Jonathan Militia. Jonathan Militia, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just
What's up,
just breaking into your conversation. Sorry about that, bud. How are you feeling for tonight's race?
It's loose on brand new tires, so we'll see. I mean, some people are growing tight like me, so it's like I feel pretty good. I mean, I'm gonna try to do a crazy strategy here. Like, you could go 100 laps on a fuel run, so it's like, in theory, you can make it a one-stop, or you shoot for a two-stop, and then that's like pitting at lap 67. So it's like, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It might have a lot of cautions too. So.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I hope it is not a long night for y'all. Yeah, because I'm going to bed.
Yeah, nice, dude. Love to hear that.
Love to see it.
I don't know. I honestly think we might actually get some green flags in, dude. Like, Bristol has that way of doing it sometimes. So.
Hey, I'm not saying, you know, I'm hopeful that we'll get a good green flag run, and you guys did great last time out. Hopefully get some short track racing in here tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude.
All right.
I mean, I have high hopes. People have been running good in practice, so.
Awesome. Yeah, Gabbins. All right, we'll go ahead and get you back up there. Good luck on tonight's race for Thunder at the Colosseum 100.
Yeah, brother. Same with you.
Later, dude. It's hard sometimes to articulate with him because he's that guy. You know, he's that guy. But again, high above in the meteormom.com blimp cam getting ready to go. Not long. We got about a minute before we get to the grid and do our grid walk. Again, tonight's race brought to you by not only Alpha Reinforcements, but the one and only Rob Rossello. Again, in the 7 car here tonight. You'll see him out there. We'll give him a shout out. But again, sponsoring this race, putting it on, supporting the Independent Sim Racing League, and all who race in the league. Again, I'm happy to be a part of this. It's been my pleasure to do this. It'd be awesome if we could do an interview from pit lane down there. That'd be sick. I hope whoever wins goes to pit lane. At least try. I mean, why not? With 200 laps on the docket here tonight, total of 5 tire sets, 65% fuel, 1 fast repair, no stages. And as Jonathan Militia mentioned to you, approximately 100 laps on a fuel run, give or take. He's saying you can get it done in 1 stop. We're about to find out. Grid walk coming up next. All right, down to the grid we go. Getting settled in for tonight's action. Like I mentioned before, 200 laps on the docket. 5 tire sets, 65% fuel, 1 fast repair, no stages. Fuel windows around 100 laps. All right, so let's go. On the front row, your pole sitter number 41, Fortson Poston at Ford. Outside of him, the number 11 Toyota Baltimore Orioles Supra of Jimmy Cocker. Row 2, you have the 48 Supra of Francis Hamilton. Outside of him, the Ford Mustang 448 of Tristan Acevedo. Row 3, you have the 14 of Travis Stroney, not pictured. And outside of him, the 69 of Jonathan Militia. Row 4, you have the 08 of Chris Willis and the 37 of Andrew Sanford, not pictured. In row 5, you have the 13 of Nathan Fuller. And the outside of him, tonight's race sponsor in the commissary Liquid IV, number 7, Rob Rossello Jr. Row 6, you have the 3 of Jeremy Eshelman, the Alpha Reinforcement Services Chevrolet. Outside of him, the man, the myth, the legend, the 16 THD Designs of Ryan Robertson. Row 7 of the 10 of Nick Tarana. And the 51 of Steven Jr. Row number 8, we have the 43 of Josh Cole and the 42 of Brody Falliker. And last but not least, the 63 of Henry Kalhoff and the 31 of Skylar Comstock, rounding out row 9. Hopefully you're as excited as I am getting this one underway. Again, when I see Bristol on a schedule, I'm always a little leery just because of my experience with these races. Sometimes they go great. Sometimes they don't go so great. So we're hoping for great here tonight. I think we can do it, as we are just about set for them to roll out and go green flag racing. All right. And it looks like they might get this going right away if they can grid up and get locked in. Again, it's always exciting whenever you can run Bristol and it go amazing. I think that is what, that is what I'm hoping for. Bristol's such a fun track to drive, especially when you can drive it. It is a sight to behold. Again, Fortson Poston and Jimmy Cocker on the front row, getting ready to put on a show. Again, the points race is tight. And funny enough, by two guys who haven't won a race. They're in your top 4 right now. Pace car off onto pit lane.
Green flag.
Fortson Poston leads us down for Thunder at the Colosseum 100 here at Bristol. It is all systems go. Oh, we need to see what this cam. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, shit. Chris Willis coming across our screen.
Man, tell me what you got.
And he's entered pit lane. Getting a little out of control. You see Josh Cole. Something's going on with him. But Willis Entered pit lane. Let's find out what happens. Back that ass up, see what we can see on the ISRL instant replay. All right. Let's see it here from this angle. He's already loose. And looks like that's about it. And again, those cold tires that Jonathan Militia mentioned early on, that's what got him. Just gets in the corner, and it just gets away from him. Unfortunate for the 08 team, but no damage done. He's going to be able to get back up, dust himself off, and grid back up. Still a chance. Puncher's chance. Again, early caution. Get that one out of the way. Nobody wants to be that guy. And I don't blame him. I don't want to be that guy. Just kind of happens. Gotta love Chris. He'll be all right. He'll rebound. He will be just fine. And even if they were to crash, you got a fast repair. You're going to be all right. And it looks like Poston, Cocker, Hamilton, and Acevedo, and almost identical to what we had before, just minus Chris Willis. All right, pace car is off.
Green flag, green flag.
And we are back after it. Poston out in the lead. Some tight battles starting to thin themselves out here, especially with only 18 in the field. If they can get single file, they can get some laps in, it'll go relatively quickly. It is hard to pass at Bristol, no doubt. You got to pick your spots. But it seems like everybody is moving in the right direction now. Let's go back up towards the front. Fortson trying to get gone. Francis Hamilton and Jimmy Cocker saying not so fast. Fortson establishing himself as a dominant driver here. You know, again, 2 wins on the season before top 5s. It's hard to deny that type of talent. Moving back a little bit, they're a few seconds behind. Jonathan Militia in 4th, leading this group. You have Acevedo, Sanford, Stroney, and Robertson in this group. Sanford was on the high side, got to the bottom side. Now working on the inside of that 448. See back here with Travis Stroney and Ryan Robertson dueling it out with Rob Rosello watching, now getting involved, and Stroney getting a little tight. Able to keep his car together, though, but that is going to cost him precious track spots. Track position. Now it's Rob Rosello, Ryan Robertson, and Tristan Acevedo here. Yeah, And 6th, 7th, and 8th we are watching currently. This is a battle currently for 12th between Nick Tirana and Henry Kalhoff. Good side-by-side racing. No one trying to give anything. Tirana eventually concedes position to Kalhoff. Kalhoff takes 12th. Tirana got to keep his car together. Oh, Chris Willis, Nick Tirana side by side. How is this going to go? Oh my gosh, my cameraman is all over the place right now. We gotta rein him in. My bad, folks. Typically it's not like that. It's pretty good. But as you can see, Fortson Poston and Francis Hamilton 1 and 2 and gone. Has a 2-second lead over Jimmy Cocker. Josh Cole looks like he jumped to the pits. Not sure what's going on with him. Maybe a connection issue. Militia's solid 4th position right now, seemingly on cruise control. And the battle here for 6th between Ryan Robertson and Tristan Acevedo. Battle not so much on yet, but it could be a brewing soon. Again, Poston, Hamilton, Cocker, Militia, Samford, your top 5 with Acevedo, Robertson, Rossello, Eshelman, and Stroney, your top 10. And Rossello put the moves on Ryan Robertson just now and overtook him for 7th. $27 of 200 going on, going down. Fortson Poston essentially has led every single one of them. He's right on board with Fortson to get a little taste of the action. Drive the hell out of a race car. Love to see him get a real shot, maybe in a short track car. He seems to be the real deal. Francis Hamilton not totally letting him go though. He's hanging in there in the 48. And especially if Poston flickers like that, that could be trouble getting kicked to the garage. If he starts to lag, I think that's the thing in iRacing now. We'll see if that'll show up or not. There you go, you see the spread. Sanford holding down that top 5. Doing well, and here we go, a battle for 6th between Robert Cello Jr. and Tristan. Where's my avocado Acevedo? Acevedo has had a good run. And Bristol brings out the best in some of our drivers, especially if they can get some laps in. It is a dangerous game right now if you are the 16 car, because you have the 14 on your bumper. And he's been kind of wild Bill lately here. Whipping that car around turn 1 and 2. Good battle here brewing, and this is for 9th. Oh, Robertson gets a little loose. Stroney playing nice right now. Works to the inside. Giving each other space, that's always a good thing. But what a battle coming down the backstretch. This is what you pay to see. Oh, off the wall. That could have got weird real quick. Oh, he hits the wall again. Stroney's going to take that spot away. Robertson concedes now down to 10th. Biggest mover so far, I got to tell you, it's Skylar Comstock and the other guy right in front of him, Henry Kalhoff in the Fort Worth 63. Both having a good run so far, starting on the back row, making their way towards the front. Looking back up towards the front, let's see what is going on. Andrew Sanford still out of arm's reach of Jonathan Militia. Rob Rossello trying to track that down. We are almost a quarter way through this race. Again, Eshelman in that 3 car. Lincoln. Tristan Acevedo. That definitely would scare the living hell out of me. I don't know about you, but it would scare the hell out of me. I think iRacing has done a better job. I think, 2026, and imagine everybody's internet is a little bit better, but I mean, it happens. Still got beakers out there, like a strobe light on the racetrack. Back up to the front now, towards the post, and trying to take down his first victim here tonight. Put a lap down. And a caution would come out. Nick Toronto would be one of the first. Well, maybe Josh Cole will get a lap back. I digress. Toronto under duress. Excuse me, Willis would be the lucky dog. But Poston past him now, that could be totally different. We only had one caution, that was early on. And that was Chris Willis just spinning out on cold tires lap 1. It's unfortunate, it happened, but we are 51 laps in of 200. They're saying they can make it to lap 100 and make this a one-stop race. If that's true, and we make it that far, I would be very impressed. Jimmy Cocker now has caught up to Francis Hamilton. And has passed him in that chrome and orange Baltimore Orioles number 11 Toyota Supra. Has figured it out. He is locked in mid-run here. Digging deep. Taking second away. Jonathan with the militia car coming in as well, it would appear. Tracking down Francis Hamilton now. Sanford out on his own, and then the rest of them. Lomino, Bristol, and Calhoff. So you can see the discrepancy. The long green flag will do. These guys are all battling back here, trying to stay alive. Well, every lap, the 2 or 3 guys out in front, 4, let's say, are making more dough. Poston again, there is a gap. From the 63 of Kalhoff to 4th and Poston, you have about 10 seconds. My children are arguing this is crazy right now in my house. And Cocker again is about 3 seconds, almost 4 seconds back. Here we go. Let my cameraman do some more of the work. See how he does. Laps of 200 in. Brody Falliker, which we saw in qualifying, spin the car out. Looks like he is locked in though now. Happy for the 42. Again, but this is an interesting group right now between Acevedo, Eshelman, and Stroni, with Kalhoff to boot. Could get chippy pretty quick. Sanford now taking down Hamilton. Militia has moved up in the 3rd. A lot of positive vibes happening for these drivers. Some of these guys, their cars coming into play. Hamilton looks like he got a little loose coming out of 2. Able to keep her together. Turn by turn, right now. That group, and let's see where the leader is. Leader is there, 41. So he is tracking everybody now. There is Jimmy Cocker, which is 2nd, and then Jonathan Militia. Now, see there he is, and he's going after Rob Marcello right now. To lock this in. He doesn't want to wait. Again, winning is not going to lock him in, obviously. Francis and Jimmy would both have to have their points. Nathan Fuller is not here, which is, I think, interesting because, you know, he's in 3rd, but I think, you know, I heard he is done for the season due to a move that he's experiencing. Mike DeWalt again. Hasn't shown up, he's been out. Joseph Berg was here, not here this week. So that is interesting to note who is present and who is not. And who can take advantage. And some drivers was considering, especially in practice, it sounded like they might try to two-stop this Nobody has. So far, Josh Cole is the only one who stopped and has stopped twice.
Caution somewhere.
We have
Caution.
a caution. Not sure where. Oh, yeah, we got a caution. Let's back that ass up. See what we can see. All right, let's see from the blimp cam. Oh, and that looked to me like a little bit of net code. Looked like a little bit of net code. Let's see if we can get another view of it. To me, it didn't look like they were that close. Oh. I'll back it up one more time here. Far chase is not as professional, but again, we're getting, yeah, look at that. Nobody's fault there. Except the cloud that was between. And that is too bad. Two good drivers there. Looks like they were clear of each other. Getting that turn. Looks like it was nice and even. Just tries to go up a little bit, and netcode took that one to the house. Damn netcode. That is the ISRL Spring Summer Shootout Instant Replay. Pit stops definitely are happening right now. And it looks like Poston is going to be out there. Junior, I don't know why. I think he might be trying to pit now. Yep, looks like he is going to. I think he forgot where pit road entry was. Sounds like something I would do. No, he's not doing it. Imping ain't easy. Oh, but he's going to have to back it down. Not sure how that's going to work. Snacks I could go for one. Forza Poston, Jimmy Cocker, Jonathan Militia, Andrew Sanford, Francis Hamilton, Tristan Acevedo, Jeremy Eshelman, Travis Stroney, Henry Kalhoff, and Brody Falliker to lead us back off. Sorry, my audio's been up this entire time.
Green flag.
Well, we are green flag action and back at it. Poston getting a good launch, and he is gone. Sanford holding down third for the moment. Jonathan Militia. Again, like he mentioned, you got to take it easy on these cold tires. You can't get wild, especially on a fresh stop. And expect to be competitive right away. It's going to take a little time to get those tires warmed up. And then you go after it. You get it. Poston and Cocker said, what cold tires? We're fine. Right on board with that chrome and orange Baltimore Oriole of Jimmy Cocker. If I'm reading it correctly, Rob Barcelo and Josh Cole both are out. If that's the case, rip in the chat. almost halfway through. And Poston shows no sign of slowing down. Cocker, though, letting the car do the work. Get his crunch time.
Yellow.
Oh, we got a yellow. Jimmy Cocker, we saw it live. Damn. And we'll back that ass up, but we already saw what we could want to see. We'll just see it again. Just loses it out of 4. We'll watch it back again. Excuse me, out of 2. He already out of, like, in the middle of 2. He was already starting to swing around. Yeah, it was already fading away. And that's unfortunate. Cocker's a great driver. He's going to have to work his ass now to get back up there. Especially if he intends to try to win this championship or whatever you want to call it. The shootout champ. All it takes is one mishap and it puts you out in this position. You got a bunch of guys pitting. Maybe trying to get a little extra. I don't know. Maybe an extra set of tires. Again, you got 5 sets. Why not? Especially got a little scuffed up. Got a caution. Able to get that. Go ahead. Yeah, if you like the content, like what you see, support the channel. Venmo there is the best way to do it. Again, give that a scan. Appreciate all the support. As it all goes back to the stream and what I do. So again, I'm looking for trying to get another monitor, maybe a new camera. Again, that would be helpful on my quest. But appreciate you. Not mandatory. Always appreciate it. Again, next week, don't forget. Oh, geez, I didn't update that, did I? I am such a loser. The big runaway orange 160. And that will be at Chicagoland. Tune in for that. But all right, we got Fortson Poston, Andrew Sanford, Jonathan Militia, Tristan Acevedo, Henry Kalhoff, Travis Stroney, Brody Falliker, Francis Hamilton, Ryan Robertson, and Nathan Fuller. Okay, oh, he is here.
Green flag.
It's like he's not here. Yes, he totally is here. I lied. I thought he couldn't make it because he was moving, but he is good to go. And I'm psyched that he's here. Thought I said that wrong earlier, and I couldn't confirm it because I lost my train of thought. But the more battling these guys do, the more well off Fortson Poston's going to be. Oh, you see it in the background. Tirana hitting Junior, getting sideways but keeping it together. Tip of the cap to Nick Tirana. As we get to the halfway point, you can tell some of these guys are starting to sense the urgency, especially where their track position is. Again, this is not a pro tip. but you shouldn't worry about that at this point of the game, point of the race. Because Bristol's so small, anything can change. You are one caution away from flipping your chances. You're a lap down, you get there. If you're 5 laps down, caution will help you get back into that. See what's exciting out here. Again, Nathan Fuller, who I thought was absent, he is present. Cruising around in 10th, holding down that top 10, but under duress from Jeremy Eshelman. Looks like everybody is going to play nice for the moment. 100 laps in, 100 laps to go. It's right on board, turn it up with the 51 of Stephen Jr. Black and green design. He's holding it down at 11. Henry Kalhoff currently holding it down in 3rd. Started 17th and is up 14 positions. Meanwhile, Jonathan Militia holding the pack in May in 2nd. Currently 2 seconds back from our leader, Fortson Poston. Again, who's essentially led almost every lap. Got to appreciate the run that Poston has put together here this season. Again, I read you the stat line. He's got 2 wins, 4 top 5s, and he's only 37 points back. Francis Hamilton and Jimmy Cocker are both 8th and 9th. So that definitely helps if Fortson can put this together tonight and they can stay back. But that is going to be a tough group to get through cleanly. Faliker, Acevedo, Sanford, Stroney, Kalhoff, and Militia. I know about 3 of those guys that are tough to pass and will not make it easy for them at all. But if you're ambitious, you're going to find a way. And I fear there may be some ambition on the way. Faliker and Acevedo battling it out. This is for 6th. Fight, the more Jimmy Cocker is closing in. Oh, he's going to get in there too. As Faliker takes that spot away, Cocker's going to jump on that. Acevedo staying up. Shutting the door for the moment. Changing lines now, trying to go low. Seems like he can't get to that yellow line. Cocker working him over, and he's going to get the inside line and make the pass. Can't close the door just yet, but he's going to do it now. So Cocker now up to 7th. He's got less than 75 laps, or excuse me, 85 laps to put this down. See Ryan Robertson back here in 12th. Obviously not where he wants to be, but shit happens when you party naked. Back up towards the front now, we look at Jonathan Militia and Henry Calhoff. Not much of anything going on here right now. They realize where they're at and what time it is. Stroney, though, has been impressive early on, a little wild, a little wacky. Now he's up to 4th. Brody Falliker passing Andrew Sanford now for 5th, trying to make his way to the front. Falliker, obviously, with that road course success, having a decent run here at Bristol. Big shout out again, Rob Rossello, for sponsoring tonight's race. The Thunder at the Colosseum 100. Looks like it didn't go his way this evening, but nevertheless, I know he's proud to be sponsoring. Congratulations. 75 laps in, 75 laps left. Falliker passes Stroney for 4th, making quick work of the 14 car. Falliker is on a spree, and he's ready to hold it down. It looks like if there's anybody that's going to contend tonight, maybe it's Brody Falliker. Sanford and Cocker now getting it on, metaphorically.
Caution, caution.
Oh, we got another
Kinda walk me
caution.
through it, lap
Francis
here, please.
Hamilton. That is good news for Fortson. Francis Hamilton has crashed. Let's see what's happened here. Oh, Nathan Fuller in the area. Nothing to do with him. Francis Hamilton losing control, spinning it out. Keeping it, ooh, whacks the wall just a little bit. I don't think that'll hurt him too much, especially here at Bristol. Run that back again. Fuller to the inside, Hamilton to the outside, getting up into the little rubber area, you know, where the rubber goes. I don't know. I'm sparse for words. You don't want to be up there. I know that. Do that one more time. The marbles, that's what I'm looking for. So when you get up in the marbles up there, it's anybody's guess how you're going to come out. He just got up there enough. Maybe that helped make his car unstable. Maybe I'm giving him a qualified excuse. I don't know. But I think we can all agree that was a bummer. All right, pit stop times. Here we go. Hopefully you can make sense of this. I can't. Oh, Poston just beats them off pit lane. Wow. Kalhoff, Falliker, Sanford. Yeah, these guys, no big gains that I can tell. But if anything, that helped them get a set of tires and get back out there, which should make for an exciting finish. Again, we're inside 70 laps to go. You have Fortson Poston, Jonathan Militia, Henry Kalhoff, Brody Falliker, Travis Stroney, Jimmy Cocker, Andrew Sanford, Jeremy Eshelman, Skylar Comstock, and Tristan Acevedo in your top 10. Here we go. Back
Ready. Green
to
flag,
more
green
thunder
flag.
at the Colosseum 100 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Kalhoff that time, great jump. Oh, Poston.
Caution. How you doing there, homeboy?
Oh, no, Poston. Damn. Caution came out quick on that one. But we all saw it live together. I don't think anything happened. No, he just got loose. He got loose, but he held it together, which is important. Probably a little frustrated in himself that he couldn't do better with that. But again, it happens. It's part of racing. And boom goes the dynamite. Able to keep it together, no doubt he's going to be marching. Ooh, there's a little extracurriculars in the back with Nick Tavrana. I got to see this. Thought I saw something before. Oh man, he did a similar thing. And yikes. Henry Kalhoff, your new leader. It's pretty much anybody's ball game until Fortson can get back up there. Which looks like he's going to start in 6th or 7th. So no doubt he's going to be able to get back in this ball game. But how good are his tires? Is he going to pit? Is he not going to pit? Let's find out. No, he's going to keep it together. Now, I don't care who you are. If you've got an extra set to do or to take, I would take them just for the sake of taking it. But they're not going to do that. Nobody's pitting, so we're going to get back to green flag action. Good call, race control. So you got Kalhoff, Militia, Falliker, Cocker, Stroney and Poston, Sanford and Eshelman, and Comstock and Acevedo rounding out your top 10. Pace car is off.
Green flag.
And we are getting back after it at Bristol. Kalhoff now off like a cannon. Just shot out on the restart and off he goes. Already putting on a half second over Militia. Again, Militia probably thinks he has a top 5 car, maybe not a top 3 car. But he is fighting. Posted now. Oh, Sanford!
Caution, caution.
Sanford goes
What do you got for
around at the
temps, sir?
start-finish line. Back that ass up and see what we can see. Got a little, looks like he was already a little loose, but just pushing it. He got so used to running laps on those old tires, just having a blast with them. And on newer tires, it's a little bit more touchy, if you will. Yeah, he just flat out lost control. That's unfortunate. That's a beaut of a car. One more time now. Yep, and he just loses control. Doesn't look like a hard punch off the front stretch wall, so he should be all right. But it looks like he's going to go down pit lane and get himself checked out. Smart idea. All right, so you got Henry Kalhoff, Jonathan Militia, Jimmy Cocker, Forza Poston, and Brody Fallaker. Poston just got a free pass back into this race. Again, he was already on a mission. But now it just gives him a little bit more of a chance to reset, cool it down a little bit. But Francis Hamilton being in 15th is a big deal at this point. Jimmy Cocker, Force and Poston wanting to jump all over that, and they intend to. Then you look at others in this field right now. Nathan Fuller still has a good shot. Look at Jeremy Eshelman, Andrew Sanford having a decent run here tonight. It's important, it's indicative to them to have a good finish tonight to round out the season here, this shootout, on a positive note. Again, I think boys and girls get paid out. So again, Kalhoff leading us down that 63 Fort Worth Chevrolet, and we are green for more thunder at the Colosseum. Militia bouncing off the wall, Poston already pouncing. Militia doing all he can to keep the 41 in his rear view. Not gonna be enough. Posted to the inside. Again, if you're unfamiliar, 41 is Posted, 69 is Militia. Jimmy Cocker getting involved, and we got another caution. Nick Tarana finding himself on the end of a caution. Let's see what happened to him this time. A lot of nothing burgers, which is great, but at the same time, it's like, man, I probably could have stayed green if it were me, but I get it, you know. Play that back. It didn't even register on our events list here that everything that happened is supposed to be listed there. Yeah, he just got loose. Car broke loose. He was able to keep it off the wall, which is great. But bringing out a yellow flag. Looks stay out. Again, next week, again, tune in for the finale here for the ISRL Spring Summer Shootout, powered by Alpha Reinforcing Services. You have the big Runaway Orange 160 at Chicagoland, sponsored by the one and only Ryan Robertson. Same bat time, same bat channels, right here on the Horseboat Network. Right now with Militia and Kalhoff, they are playing spoiler. They are not in the top 12. They have no stake in this game except to come out here and be a spoiler, and that's what they're doing right now. Vibes seem to be good for this team, for these teams, I should say, closing in towards the end of this race. We have Henry Kalhoff, Jonathan Militia, Fortson Poston, Travis Stroney, Jimmy Cocker, Brody Falliker, Skylar Comstock, Jeremy Eshelman, Tristan Ostravedo, and Steven Jr. rounding out your top 10. As they get lined up, we're about to get rowdy.
Green flag.
For the Thunder at the Colosseum 100, sponsored by Rob Rossello, and we are green flag racing yet again. 154 of 200. We are about home free now. This battle for fifth is going to be interesting between Stroney and Falliker, and it just became uninteresting in a blink of an eye. I thought we were gearing up for more fun, more action. Didn't happen. Disappointed.
Caution.
And we have a wreck between
Any comments there,
Tristan
bud?
Acevedo and Nathan Fuller. That got real in a heartbeat. Let's see what happens. Back that ass up and see what we can see in the ISRL instant replay. Let's go from the blip cam. And it looks like Acevedo just lost it and collected Fuller in the process. Oh, buddy. That is unfortunate. Yeah, Acevedo just got a little higher than probably what he wanted to in that turn, arced it through, and me just speculating, it just didn't work out. Looked good until he got onto the straightaway. And he kind of had a feeling they were saving some of these cautions for last. You can sympathize with them, understand that it's a part of the game, part of racing. See these guys going down pit road. Poston, Militia, Cocker, Stroney, Willis, Sanford, Jr., Kalhoff. Looks like Acevedo and Fuller. Kalhoff going to get off just in time, and so is Militia. Wow. These guys staying out might be good for business. We'll see. I'm definitely interested in this. See the outcome of this one. So you got Falliker, Comstock, Francis Hamilton, Eshelman, Tirana, Robertson, Militia, Kelhoff, Cocker, and Poston. Your top 10. Pace car is
Green
off, and we are
flag.
back to green flag action. And just like that, Francis Hamilton is back up to
Caution's
third.
out.
And we
Caution's
have
out.
another fucking
Be ready with,
caution.
there you
What
go.
could it
Be ready
be?
with that brake cleaning stuff, guys. Your blower, they're going to drop down some oil dry here, I'm sure.
What could it be, ladies and gentlemen? What could it be? Oh, dear God. All right. Banging doors. There goes Poston. Poston able to keep it together. But Karma catching up to Militia, bringing the caution out. Wild. Let's run it back here. Having Nick Tirana in front of you, trying to get through that can be kind of difficult. But, yeah, it happens. Part of racing, unfortunately. Had a great race until the last 60 laps or so. But again, it's short track racing. It is bound to happen. But while we got you under caution, one more time here tonight. Again, the ISRL Spring Summer Shootout has been powered by the season Alpha Reinforcing Services. Again, scan the QR code. They do a lot of different reinforcements. Reinforcing. I don't know if the correct term. But again, all available in 50 states. If they cannot help you directly, they know somebody who can. You can give them a shout. Alpha Reinforcing Services, powering the ISRL. All right, so you have Brody Falliker, Skylar Comstock, Francis Hamilton, Jeremy Eshelman, Henry Kalhoff, Ryan Robertson, Nick Tirana, Jimmy Cocker, Fortson Poston, and Travis Stroney, your top 10. As we get ready to go back to green flag action. I know these guys are eager to get this one in.
Green flag.
Falliker off and running. And hopefully these guys can keep it together. Looks like they are for now. Gonna be a long road to climb, though. Fortson Poston trying to do it. Jimmy Cocker trying to keep him behind him. And Falliker has already won. Oh, Tirana in the wall again. That is unfortunate for the 10 team. Had a rough night here at Bristol. And sometimes she treats you right, sometimes she treats you wrong. And he just got short end of the stick on that one. Shout out to the 31 Singular Wireless Chevrolet on Skylar Comstock. started 18th up to 4th. Having a solid run as we come up to about 25 laps to go. Not a bad run for Skyler. Trying to catch Kalhoff. Valacher has lost the lead. Francis Hamilton has now gained it. That 48 Pretzels M&M Toyota Supra out in front and holding it down. And Hamilton out in front. A win would help Hamilton seal the deal. Again, 4 top 5s. Has been a dominant force up near the front. And we have another caution. Travis Stroney.
Something to drink.
Wild Stroney has struck. And let's see what we got. Let's back it up. Moment, and he just loses it. Ooh, just a kiss. Just a smooch off the front stretch inside wall. Just a little touch. Robertson on the outside of that kept it together, and as unfortunate is for them, it's going to give Poston another shot to get up there. Again, a couple drivers did pit. Looks like Comstock and Eshelman, which I'm a little shocked at this stage. You know, I think at this point you'd be committed, but you know, that's why I'm up here and they're down there. Hamilton, I don't, maybe not dreaming of this moment. But ready for this moment. He seems prepared. Bristol has been good to him so far. He's had a few ups and downs here tonight. But the highs are high right now, leading the way. And trying to bring it home and lock it in. With Chicagoland next week, that's bound to be entertaining. Cannot wait to get into that one, close this thing out, and get ready for the fall. But as we line back up, you have Francis Hamilton, Brody Valacher, Henry Kalhoff, Jimmy Cocker, Fortson Poston, Ryan Robertson, Stephen Jr., Tristan Acevedo, Jeremy Eshelman, and Skyler Comstock to round out your top 10. Pace car is off, and we are back to green flag action for the Thunder at the Colosseum 100 here in Bristol. Hamilton off to a good start. Valacher and Kalhoff right there. One slip, one mistake, and it's done. They're all over you. Calhoff trying to work the inside on Hamilton, didn't get it done. Balaker taking to the inside now of Calhoff. Again, 15 laps to go. This is going to go pretty quick. Fortson has to figure out a way around these guys to even have a shot. Oh, Steven Jr., Jeremy Eshelman getting connected like 2.5 men. Wow. Oh, Comstock crashed too. Let's see what happened here. Yeah, boom, boom. And then kaboom.
She grabbed me by the weave.
Back that up again and see what we can see. Yeah, and Eshelman just got a little crazy coming out of 4 and onto the front stretch. Let's go to the blimp cam one time. Yeah, he was already, yeah, they just connected. Already loose coming off of 4. It's unfortunate, but it happens. Again, trying to close this thing out. Francis Hamilton would love nothing more than green flags to the finish. This has been a wonderful Colosseum run for the Thunder at the Colosseum 100 at Bristol. A lot of drama late. And if you're just joining us, had a great race. Great first 150 laps, but the last 50 laps here have been nothing short of dramatic. Your tempers are flared. I haven't read the chats. I'm going to stay away from it. Maybe it's not. These guys are mostly mature. It's not been a problem all season, but we're getting close and down to the nitty-gritty. You have Francis Hamilton, Henry Calhoff, Brody Falliker, Jimmy Cocker, Fortson Poston, Jeremy Eshelman, Ryan Robertson, Tristan Acevedo, Jonathan Militia, and Chris Willis.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out, and we are back at it. Less than 10 laps to go. Calhoff and Hamilton even on the start. Calhoff now takes over. Needed a lap or two. Falliker gonna go around and cause another caution.
Get yourself something to drink. Get a deep breath.
Just gets loose, and then Cocker kind of finishes him up. Maybe just the slightest bump at the end there, but Falliker was already around. We watched this a couple times, and then it looks like Nick Tirana has crashed as well. maybe just a tap. All right, let's see what happened to Nick Tirana. Oh, holy shit. No way. Crazy. Running that back again. Holy shit. Oh boy. That's wild. Never would I have thought that was going to happen right there. I was like, oh, he just spun out again or, you know, crashed. Not lose or get airborne. Look at it. Pow.
You've been meatballed.
Crazy. So this means we're going to get a green-white checkers, our first one of the night. Could there be more? We'll find out. Cowboy Naughty, how's it going? I love the Squirtle icon. It's very, very cute. Love it. Love it. Very cute. So cute. Henry Calhoff, Francis Hamilton, Jimmy Cocker, Fortson Poston, Ryan Robertson, Jeremy Usherman, Chris Willis, Tristan Acevedo, Jonathan Militia, and Nathan Fuller. Rounding out your top 10 as we're closing this thing out. Green white checkers coming at you. Francis Hamilton could get his first win. Could it be?
Green flag.
We will see. Green flag. Here we go. Oh, we got a great launch. Calhoff did. Jimmy Cocker Spaniel pulls into second. Oh, we got action in the back. Steven Jr. crashed, no caution. Final lap. Of all the cautions to not call a caution, that was a wild one. But here we go. Through 3 and 4, your winner looks to be Henry Calhoff. Wow, what a win. What a win for Calhoff. He's going to soak this in. That was a hard, hard victory to come by. Not easy at the end. Let's see what happened to Steven Jr. Oh, Acevedo, a little bit of net code, and that's all it takes. Boom. Gotta feel for him on that one. That was just bad luck. Run it back one more time. Yeah, Acevedo bouncing off the wall, basically the antagonist in that one. But your winner is Henry Calhoff. He's going to burn it down. We're going to get into the post-race show right away. Let's go with third place finisher, Jimmy Cocker. Jimmy, you got a copy.
Yeah, what's up?
Jimmy, congratulations on a third place finish. I know probably not where you wanted to be, but you had a great run. That Baltimore Orioles chrome and orange machine is awesome. I hope you run it a lot more than just here. But how are you feeling after a third place finish here tonight?
Well, in any other case, I'd be really happy with it. But unfortunately, that's just not going to be good enough to gain points.
Yeah.
Fortson and Francis were on rails in those short runs, and I have nothing for those short runs on the guys. So I guess we'll hope for next week that we can pull something out of the hat. I don't know.
Well, you had a great run here tonight. You were low as I think like 12th or 13th, but again, the field flips when things happen, right? So congratulations. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Just the FIWB boys. I'm actually pretty happy. I know I'm in a championship battle with him, but Francis needed to rebound from some stuff early on in that race, and he did. He got back up to P2, so happy for him and happy for FIWB. Hopefully we can get one spot better next week.
Well, again, perseverance was the name of the game, and I think you both did very well in that. So again, congratulations on third place. We'll see you next week at Chicagoland.
Oh, awesome, man. Appreciate it, bud.
You are welcome. Francis, got you in the booth already. Francis, finishing second. I know, again, you led some laps there tonight. Thought you were going to get that victory under your belt. How did that go there in the closing laps?
Yeah, just didn't choose the right line there on the restart, and Henry on a little bit fresher tires was able to blow around me. But you know, from spinning myself out, going back to last and losing a lap, I will definitely take a P2. Good for the points.
Looked good. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, just the same thing as Jim, the FIWB boys. We all work really well together, and yeah, looking forward to next week, hopefully coming home a champion.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to not say that might happen. You know, it's not guaranteed yet.
Definitely not guaranteed.
But you finished strong, and that's all you can say. So again, congratulations on a second place finish. We'll see you here next week.
Appreciate it. Good one, Henry, by the way.
Thank you. Good racing there at the end there. That was really fun.
Yep.
All right, Henry Kalhoff, your winner. Holding it down, that 63 car looked beautiful all night. Looked like he had a top 3 car all night long. Describe in 30 seconds or less your evening, summing it up.
I mean, we started at the back, worked our way forward. There was times where I was kind of frustrated, but I just kept using my technique of being able to save my tires, being patient. There's so much that goes into winning at Bristol, and push when I needed to, and I feel like just everything fell in line with us this whole race. So that was so super freaking awesome there. I can't believe it. I think that's my first win in the league. So, but everybody did a great job racing tonight. So really happy about this win. That was freaking awesome there.
Yeah, I mean, you had a good run, and you know, we had a good first 150 laps. I think the last 50 laps that you could argue were somewhat controversial, but overall it was a great race. Anybody you want to do a shout out to?
My team, my family, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, my sponsors, Forward Screen Printing, FTM Broadcasting, 213 Simware, News Racing Shop. So many sponsors, so many people to thank. But man, just what a race that was. That was freaking awesome there. I haven't won in a while, so it just I kind of lost the feeling of winning, and I sucked at the burn out there probably. I don't know for certain, but man, it feels good to win again. So. That was awesome.
Congratulations, man. We're going to see you here next week. I know you got no stake in the game for the championship, but maybe keep that winning streak alive.
I hope so.
Well, again, have a great night, and thanks for joining us.
Yep, thanks so much for streaming this.
You are welcome. And that's going to close it out here tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway. Final thoughts here from the booth. Again, as I mentioned, it was a great start to the race. I think you couldn't have asked for a better start. These guys really showed out tonight when we needed to. Last 50 laps of the race kind of was tricky to get through, but they were able to persevere and get through it. Again, perseverance being the name of the game, and that's how it goes. And here we go. Again, thank you for watching. We appreciate all the love and support, whether you watch it live or watch it on the playback. Give a like, give a subscribe, share it. Let people know the ISRL exists. We're still looking for a few more drivers for the fall. And again, looking forward to the next one. Again, next week, we're going to be at Chicagoland for the big Runaway Orange 160. Sponsored by Ryan Robertson, again at Chicagoland. That's going to close out the year. We've got some special things happening next week. Be sure to come and hang out. But again, thank you for watching. And we'll see you again on the next one.